Hey, what's good, guys? It's your boy G Marcus TV back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, we are doing an episode recap and review of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 2. This is episode number 8, and this one is called A House Is Not a Home. So, you guys know how we do on this channel. I do a recap, and I give you guys a review at the end of the recap. So, let's get straight to it. It starts off with one of the hitmans, Dominic. He is bleeding the f*** out. Of course, in the last episode, it did the hit on Tony Depp. He killed this man by accident. Then Tony Depp's boyfriend shot him a couple of times. So he's alive, but he's fighting for his life. He ends up in the hospital and he collapsed on the floor. So Rock pulls up on Karen's mom, Palomar. She pulls up on her. Famous sees the whole thing. She says, hey, I know you've been messing with my son. Stop messing with my son, because if you continue messing with my son, the next time I come here, we're not going to be talking. So she says, I don't know what you're talking about. So Rock just says, yo, I did my research on you. This ain't the first boy you've been messing around with that's underage. So she still denies it. Rock puts the gun to her head. And she is shook. She says, yo, I'm giving you a warning. The next time we're not going to be talking. Of course, Famous sees the whole entire thing. And she tells Famous to take his to school. So Marvin is paranoid as hell. He's just like, damn, like, cause of course he's the one that ordered the hit. Sal's son is dead because of him, because he made him take the hit. So he's paranoid. He's really thinking, hoping and praying that Dominic is dead. Unique is just like, hey, if he's alive, trust me, he's gonna talk and they're gonna know it's you, which means you're gonna be in a whole lot of shit with the Italians. Unique seems legit. He seems like he got a heart. They're giving this guy a heart, making him seem like really human instead of the bad guy. I always loved this character, but this make you kind of like go like, damn, you know, he was always a good dude. So Scrap's mom pulls up on Kanan at the bus stop. She tells Kanan like, yo, my son did not take his life. Something is wrong. You need to talk to your mother, because the fact that she's not looking for the killers that did this to my boy, yeah, something is not right about that. She better do something or I'm gonna do something. Because of course, you know, Rock is the one that pulled the trigger. So Lou runs up in the Music Connect, which is the radio personnel, radio DJ, because prior to the episode and prior to Crown dying, they had a meeting and they basically gave him money so they could play the song that Ziza stole from Jukebox. They gave the money and the song was never on the radio. So he's like, what the hell is going on? So the guy is just looking at it like it's a joke. Like, excuse me? Like, yo, it's gonna get played when it gets played. Don't worry about it. So he's looking at Ziza. He's subliminally saying like, hey, if I was to hit this, spend some time with her, I could change my mind easy. So that pisses Lou off. So he ends up putting the gun to the guy and says, yo, really? Play the song. Play it on repeat. I don't want it once, twice. I don't want it 3 times, 4 times. I want it to be on repeat. Play that or we're gonna have a serious problem here. So the guy says he got it. So Jukebox cut school because her mom wanted to come to the house to do something. So she gets there to the mom's house and there's a whole bunch of church people. The house is full with church people. So what they ended up doing was they put her to a chair and they was basically trying to get the gayness out of her. They're praying, they're doing chants. They have a TV, an old TV, where they're having a sex scene with a man and a woman. They have a whole bunch of shit going on. They just around Jukebox, they praying over her, they have their hand on her, and they even whipping her in the hand. Of course, she's just taking it. She's crying, like, she, you know, tears is coming out, and when the pastor was hitting her, they are going off. He whips her hand, and the mom was like, listen, y'all didn't tell me it was going to be pain. And he just goes like, listen, we got to give her some kind of pain that will match the pain that she'll receive going to hell. You felt like you was watching a brand new show, like a different show. You're like, what the hell is this? So Rock goes on another date with Cartier again. One of his people called him and said, yo, like, your man's just got caught with a gun. This is the guy that Rock tried to steal from Cartier in one of the episodes. So Rock is just paying attention. She's just listening. But Cartier is on some like, yo, like, he got caught with a gun. That's his business. That has nothing to do with me. So he really just gets off the phone. But of course, Rock was taking notes. Rock knows what's going on. So you know what that means. So Detective Howard tells his captain that Burke has been going through his shit. Like, she needs to really stop going through his stuff. Like, really doing a whole full investigation on him. So the captain just tells him, well, she got her own going on because Jukebox's girlfriend's parents is looking at her like, okay, well, she is a main reason why the daughter is dead, because she preys on little girls and gives them drugs. So this is a whole different type of situation right here. So Kanan goes to see Karen's mom, and Karen's mom is not with Kanan. She's not even trying to open the door. He's just like, yo, open the door. He wants to talk. She tells him, yo, she cannot with him no more. She even says that one of the main reasons she even messed with him because he's Rock's kid. So she's like, they cannot deal no more. And Kanan's dumb as he's talking about, oh, she's not gonna do nothing. She's not gonna do nothing. Nigga, do you know who your mom is? Your mom is crazy. She just says, yo, we cannot do this no more. It's done. She was really like cold with him. She was cold and straightforward with him. Like, yo, this is not happening no more, period. We're done. Kanan goes to Famous's house and sees that Famous went through his which he found the paternity results. So Kanan is really, really pissed off. The paternity results that Detective Howard gave him to show that he's his father. So Famous read this and told Kanan what was on it, and it was just like, wow. So Unique and Sal, they're talking about the situation that happened when his son died, and Unique just seemed really, really concerned for Marvin. I can't lie, they really making him have a heart, which I feel like is gonna screw him over at the end. So Ziza, she's trying to fuck with Lou, and Lou, his mind is not on that. He's just really just focused on the music thing, and she's just looking at him like, dude, like, come on, like, do you know how much guys would kill to be with me right now? And he's just like looking at her like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, the song gets playing on the radio and he goes to clap, of course. So the captain talks to Detective Burke and tells her, yo, stop around, stop going through Detective Howard's stuff, stop going with the investigation, keep your nose to yourself. And she's just like confused, like, yo, where's this coming from? He's like, listen, I got eyes and ears everywhere, don't worry about it. This is the final warning. You do something again and it is over. So Rock takes Kanan to the new house, and of course he's really mad at her for everything that's been going on, and he's mad at her because of what she did to Karen's mom. So she's all happy and excited, and Kanan is just here like it's whatever. Like, he then brings up the situation where she ran up on Karen's mom. He's like, why you do that? She's like, nah, like, she can't be doing shit like that. This is a grown ass woman. She needs to be punished, basically. Like, she cannot be doing that type of stuff. But he's really, really upset with it. He's even throwing shots at her, basically implying that he knows that Howard is his father, and she used to mess around with Howard when she was a kid. She's not really catching it, but he's just basically not with her at the moment. He even told her that Scrappy Mom wants to know what the hell is going on, why she's not trying to find the killers, but of course Rock is gonna play it off like she had nothing to do with it. So Sal finds out that it was Dominique that was with his son during the hit. So he is really, really, really pissed off. So he ends up going to see Dominique as he's in the hospital, shot the fuck up. So they're talking and he says who hired the hit, which was Marvin. So Dominique is just also like, okay, so after I heal up and everything, we're good to go, we're good to work. Sal plays it off like, yeah, no problem. Later on, he sends the guys to off Dominique, which they used a pillow and they put it over his mouth and killed him right there in the hospital. So Mark sees Jukebox. She's burning a whole bunch of clothes that her mom gave her when she was trying to make her into a different person, a new improved Jukebox. So then they both later go and see the mom. Jukebox stays inside the car and Marvin just goes to her like, yo, what the hell? What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you to stay away? Like, why would you do this to your own daughter? Like, you was chasing the ball player around. You was doing all your shit. So you coming back into people's lives, acting like you all this and that. He basically told her to stay away. She ends up slapping this shit out of Marvin. So he's about to knock her the fuck out. Next thing you know, Jukebox comes out the car and she says, Dad. She just basically stops the whole situation from getting worse than what it was. So she stops it from happening, and then she tells the mom that basically she don't want to fuck with her no more, that heaven is just a place where they just want to feed that to you so you can swallow all the shit that's going on inside the world. All the bullshit they throw at you, they want you to just take it so you have an excuse. So she basically on the mom. The mom is crying her eyes out and she's like, yo, I'm not with you no more. Kanan goes to Detective Howard's house and he stays there for the night. So in the morning they wake up. Detective Howard gives them some breakfast, which is some burnt hard toast, which is funny as hell. But the thing that's so crazy is they did not mention the paternity stuff at all. But after that, after he had a little breakfast, took a couple of bites, he goes out the back way. So Burke, she runs up on Rock and she basically accuses her. She tells her about the whole CI information, which he's a confidential informant. Was just like, okay, so what's your relationship with Detective Howard? Like, were you his CI? So she was just supposed to be like, Leo, I'm just here to buy some apples and some pie crust. I'm not buying your shit. So she basically tells her to fuck off. So Kanan then tells Jukebox that he's signing off. He's done with the whole Rock thing, that he's gonna go live with Famous. So Jukebox is looking at her like, yo, Famous lives like a crackhead. He's not a cleansing nigga. Like, you're gonna wanna have to bring a whole bunch of underwear because you can't do laundry and this is not a good idea. But of course, Kanan packs his shit and he leaves. So Unique tells Rock that basically Sal wants to meet with her one-on-one, and basically he points at Marvin, like Marvin is the reason, and that's when she found out. Basically Marvin, he ordered the hit behind Sal's back, and yeah, there's going to be some consequences for that. So Kanan, he finally looks at the paternity results and he sees that Detective Howard is his father, and I'm just like, duh. So now Rock goes to meet Sal, and she is on her own. They meet at the bowling alley. So they're talking, having a small talk, and then he goes straight to it. Marvin has to go. So I respect Rock for this one, because she was just on some like, yo, like, I'm not going to get rid of my brother, basically. Like, your son went to go get a hit. He ended up getting killed. It's not Marvin's fault. It's nobody's fault. These type of things happen. So he's looking at her like, yo, why are you being so tough and mean? Like, is it because you a female in a man's world? And she's like, yo, it has nothing to do with pussy balls. Like, it has nothing to do with these type of things. This is what it is. I give your family my condolences, but my brother's not going nowhere. So as she leaves, he says to himself, well, my condolences for your family too. He gets a signal to his boy, telling his boy basically call the hit for Marvin, since she's not going to do it. So the cops find Crown's body in the river. Of course, you guys know that Lou killed Crown. He choked him to death, and I'm guessing he put his body in the river. So the cops find his body, and they find some cards on him. They find his ID, and they found a card that said Bulletproof Records. So you know for this investigation where they're gonna look first. So it ends off. Marvin visits his anger coach. Of course, he graduated already, but he visits her. He tells her like, hey, things are going good with him and his daughter. Like, things are working for him. Things are going good. He just wants to chill with her. He just wants to hang out with her. So they're walking. It's a nice, cute scene. Next thing you know, two hitmen come out and they say, hey, Marvin. And then they fire some shots. The bodies drop, and that's the end of the episode. That was my recap. I would say this episode was a good episode. I give it a 9 out of 10. It was really, really good. I just didn't like a couple of things about the episode. But I didn't like the fact that now, after all this time, Kanan is seeing his damn paternity results. That's really stupid. That's terrible freaking writing. I understand that they're trying to stall and kill time, but that's dumb. Second thing I would say that was really stupid about this episode, I like how it ended off. Basically, Marvin is walking and then, hey, Marvin, then shots. Like, come on, that's not realistic. Like, first of all, you mean to tell me you can't show me that who got shot? Because more than likely, Marvin survived and then the coach is the one that got shot. That's whack to me. Like, they could have just showed her getting shot up. But at the same time, there's definitely a couple of things I loved about the episode. The scene with Jukebox where they have the church go there and they try to kill the gayness out of her, that was a great scene. The writing for that one was really good. Like, you really did this to your daughter. You really traumatized her like that. You really don't want to accept her for what she is, who she is. Like, that's really up. I love the writing. The writing for that was really, really, really good. And the acting from Latoya Luckett, which is who played Jukebox moms, Marvin and Jukebox, like that was really good. Like the acting for that, like I loved it. Like basically when you try to clean your life up, it's just like that's when it happens. That's when things get worse for you. Nobody on this show gets a happy ending. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely let me know what you guys think about tonight's episode, because I loved it. It was a great one. I loved it. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm hitting you guys with videos every single week. I just have to edit them. I just gotta edit them. Editing is all my YouTubers out there, you guys know what it is. So love you guys. Thank you guys. It's your boy G Marcus TV signing off.
Got it. That's a wrap.